I could actually go down to 35s if he really wants to fight. I might go down to 45s, go up. I'm down to fight. I'll be here for a long time, so I'm probably going to fight everybody. So Miguel's in that boat, and Brown's probably in that boat again. Aldo, hopefully take care of him real quick, and,
it's wrecking people.
Everyone. Yeah, so I didn't know for sure if Miguel was coming up to 45s. He's got his hands full with my boy, Joseph Benavidez, the Whirling Dervish, out of Sacramento via New Mexico. So, we'll see how he does there first before I think about even fighting him. Yeah, I feel like it's a great fight for me. Just style-wise especially. I was doing really good, before the hands, and I did pretty well, after the hands. But basically, I would say, like I said, I'm a relaxed individual. It's the California lifestyle. Born and raised, and I was born in a house in Santa Barbara. Running around naked for a good part of my adolescence, and I'm just chilling, man. I'm gonna fight all these guys, so I'm just gonna relax and enjoy the ride.
If you lose to Aldo, do you think you're more likely to drop to 135, or do you think you're more likely to go up to 155 and maybe move to the UFC?
I would say I'd probably stay at 45s. I'm only going to go down and up for super fights, so I don't want to fight any of my buddies at 35s. I'll just fight people I don't like, and fights that the fans want to see.
Sure.
And same with going up a weight. I'm not trying to mow through the weight class. I'm trying to do super fights that fans want to see. At this point for me, I've had 26 fights, and I just want to do big, exciting fights. So go up, go down, and it's all good.
Are you more comfortable moving up or down a weight? Or does it matter?
Well, I would be at I wrestled college at 133 pounds for 5 years. I was an adult at 133 pounds, so I know I could go to 35s if I wanted, but I've also been trying to put on weight for the last 6 years, so I feel most comfortable at 45s. I would go up because I know that I've competed against guys that fight at the highest level at 55s and 70s, and I do great against them. So I would feel really comfortable going up to 55s, but I would be at a disadvantage size-wise, body structure and everything if I went up to 55s, and I'd be just about right for 35s. So, I go into that fight just like if I'm fighting for my life on the street, and if I hurt my hand in the street, I'm not all right, it's over, guys.
You win.
Take me out, you win. I'm going to fight till tooth and nail until, I have to, say hello to my maker, So that's how I fight in there. I do that every time, and that's what I'm planning on doing, against Aldo. For me, I really like that we have the WC as an individual brand. It's still utilizing everything that Zuffa has created and just kind of broadening the sport. It's giving more opportunities for some of the top athletes in the world to perform, and it's providing another high-level, top-level promotion to be on a different channel, so there's more content. And, really, at the lightweights especially, you've got a talent pool of athletes that is bar none. We don't have football, we don't have baseball and pro basketball and things like that, or, to really have an outlet to have a professional sport. So you're having some of the finest athletes in the world, and the WC is really showcasing that and holding them on a pedestal, and that's what I love about it. And it's along with UFC, we're feeding off each other, and we're going to keep growing. It's so new, the WC, and it's come such a long ways, and that's because these guys know what they're doing, and we have a great product.
Okay.
I've always been a fan of Kimbo. I don't think he's the best fighter, in the world, but he's making an honest effort to get better. He's got a great attitude. He seems to work hard, and people know who he is. So anyone that brings attention to our sport, and I would say in a positive light, some people say that, it's negative. And not necessarily did he need to be the show, the main guy on some of these cards, but, he's a guy that appreciates our sport. He's trying hard in our sport, and, a lot of people like him, so I'm all for Kimbo.
Long time.
I would say on that same note, I don't like Brock Lesnar very much, but I do respect his background. But I don't like his attitude that he had after, and people are playing up like he's a entertainer or whatever. But I feel that was really him, and so a props for being himself. But I don't really like who that was, And then on Kimbo, talk about breaking down stereotypes and people got to know him on that Ultimate Fighter. He's a father and named all of his kids after himself, which is kind of funny and cool. But you know, it's cool to see someone break down stereotypes. Just like me, I look like a nice surfer kid, but I can get in there and beat people up if I need to and take care of business. So for a loss, I basically, you know, go in denial. Like, there's no way that guy could beat me, and then basically get back on the training. You know, I think for going into it, as far as the mental side goes, it's easy for me to realize that my life is good, and it makes it easy for me to go out and put it all out there. So if I lose, I hate losing, but I still got my buddies, I still got my family, everything's still in place for me, and it just makes me hungrier. And you know, the biggest reward is the you know, when you win, is making sure that everyone's happy, and you know, you get to see how proud everyone is and things like that. And that's the hardest part, is trying to console other people. I got my mom crying, I got, you know, people I don't even know crying and stuff like that. And it's like, sorry, you know, but I'm always in there to fight. So that's basically how I go at it. And the mental game is the biggest part of this game. Yeah. That's why you see guys from all different, you know, body makeups and things like that. I've seen guys who are just defeating, you know, with their mental game, and guys that are going above and beyond because of their mental game. So, Tyson Griffin be one for me. Like I said, that guy's probably walking around, got about 40 pounds on me when we're both heavy. And so I'd like to see, you know, maybe a catch weight there, maybe have him come down a little bit, and, you know, so be a fight in the future. I could go down to 35s, but if someone wants to meet me at a catch weight, Dominic Cruz, this guy's buddy. I don't like that guy very much, so that'd be no. And I don't know, anyone else. I would say this. I met Herschel Walker, and what an awesome guy.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
He's been a lifetime athlete. I mean, it was apparent in his fight that, you know, he's not to the level to be on a showcase, you know, like he was. And I think that was kind of a hand-picked opponent, which we don't do at Zuffa, you know, with the WC or the UFC. So I respect the guy a ton, and I think it's awesome. He went out and fought his best and things like that, but it doesn't bring us down. But the promotion could have done a better job of, you know, being a little more selective on who they put on the main cards, or, you know, things like that. And hopefully he does, you know, he gets better. I think he's with a great team of guys, so I think he's another guy that'll keep on improving. But, you know, I don't think it brings us down necessarily. Jose Canseco.
That's what I want to know.
That's Japan. They love that stuff. So it's business. But I don't think it bothers us. I like anybody that fights to the bitter end, you know. You
should say
like
Brandon.
Some of my favorite
Urijah Faber. You're right, Brandon Vera.
Yeah. But I would say, you know, it's always changing. You know, I've always liked the mentality like that Nick Diaz brings to the table, and I've trained with him before, and you know, I feel like although our disposition and upbringing and everything else are pretty different, like the mentality is kind of the same. And you see it with a smile on my face, and you see it with him never smiling. But anyone that has the mentality of they're going to go out there and finish and go for the kill and fight to the end, those are guys I love. Brandon included, everyone included. My boy Justin Buckles, who's fighting tomorrow, him included. So, you know, Joseph Benavidez and all the guys that fight to the bitter end. Those are my guys.